SmackDown took place tonight in Portland, Oregon, and it featured a massive shakeup on the road to WrestleMania. Because we have a new undisputed WWE champion. Cody Rhodes has once again regained the championship for now the third time. He will face Randy Orton in the main event of WrestleMania 42. Also wanted to mention that there was an internal shakeup with creative as Road Dogg is reportedly done with the company. I don't know if he was let go or if he just quit, but the report is he's no longer with them. There's definitely a shakeup on creative that was much needed. And I think really the slow WrestleMania ticket sales are the reason that it's happened. People can complain all online all they want. Last year, everyone was pissed off, but it didn't show up in WWE's business, so TKO was not going to care. Now, when we start to see some decline in ticket sales, you're going to start to see some changes. So, Road Dogg gone. He's not the issue, though. Triple H playing it safe, doing the same stuff every week, being lazy. I think his whole creative team's the issue, so I think you'll see a lot of the same problems. I mean, they'll have a week where it starts to get interesting and good again, but then they'll just relapse into the same patterns in which they're doing the same stuff every week, and they're just prologuing storylines for 6 months at a time without any real conclusion, and people are doing the same stuff. Guys get stale. People stop caring. That's what we'll get. But I want to talk about SmackDown now. Randy Orton started off the show fresh off winning the Elimination Chamber this past Saturday. And he said that, this is actually after his entrance took forever, as it always does. But he mentions performing in over 20, actually in 20 WrestleManias. This will be his 21st WrestleMania that he wrestles in. He's only made events in WrestleMania twice. WrestleManias 25 and 30. He lost both those main events, by the way. And he mentioned Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Harley Race, and JBL, all who would put him over in the past. Then he mentioned Drew and Cody. He cuts a good promo until the lights go out and Trick Williams interrupts him. I really thought it was going to be Aleister Black and Zelina because remember last week when Black told him something backstage? And he did beat Randy, so I assume it was going to be them. But it's Trick, and Trick is doing his usual catchphrase. He's talking about his lemon pepper steppers when he eats an RKO. Backstage, Nick Aldis told Carmelo Hayes about a potential surprise challenger tonight. Carmelo Hayes was out next, and the surprise is a AAA guy, no reaction. It's Carmelo Hayes against Dr. Wagner Jr., whatever, Mello won. Backstage, Kathy Kelly, wearing a nice red dress, interviewed Ilya Dragunov on why he rejected a challenge last week. He mentioned his mother. Then The Miz walks in and spouted some bullshit. Kit Wilson calls Dragunov or whatever toxic. Don't care. Backstage, Damian Priest talks to Nick Aldis, who his opponent is going to be tonight. R-Truth walks in and tells him that they're in the tag team turmoil match and they'll be teaming up. And then Drew McIntyre confronts Nick Aldis, tells him to cancel the match. Aldis tells him he'll have to forfeit if he doesn't defend the title tonight. After the break, we got the Irresistible Forces celebration. Don't care. Triple H sucks for this. I don't care. This is like, I can't say a channel turner because it's on Netflix where I'm watching it, but it's definitely something where you just like want to watch some TV show. Maybe I'll watch some true crime doc to pass the time or something. That's how I felt when they came out. Then they're interrupted by Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They bring up how they lost their women's tag team titles when they were accosted by Nia and Lash on that Raw show. It was actually John Cena's last appearance in Boston back in November, I believe, when they lost the belts to the Kabuki Warriors after Nia and Lash cost them. So Julia and Kiana James then come out. No reaction as you'd expect. Kiana was the one doing the talking. It's obvious she's presented as the star, even though Julia has the Women's U.S. title. Julia insulted Alexa Bliss in Japanese. Then Nick Aldis comes out, makes a tag team match. Playa. So Nia and Lash leave, and we get a women's tag team not a tag team match, a women's tag team match where like it's a number one contenders basically. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss against Julia and Kiana James. So it's just so obvious with the way they're being pushed and how they're being positioned as a team that Kiana is the one they want to push. They really put them together so they can get Kiana over. They really didn't care about getting Julia over. It's obvious. So the referee Daphne LaShawn was back. I'm glad to see her. Last month, she had a really awful tragedy happen to her family. She lost several family members in a fire. It's really sad, and so much of the roster came out to support her. They donated to her GoFundMe so so her family can bury the members that they lost in that fire. So nice to see Daphne back on SmackDown, and we had this match. They got the heat on Alexa for a while, then Charlotte got the hot tag. She went wild for a bit, then they got the heat on Charlotte. Eventually, Alexa fought off Kiana. Charlotte then pinned Julia after hitting a natural selection, so not good for Julia. I don't expect her to be on the WrestleMania card. I'd be shocked if she gets a match this year. We get a video segment where Jelly Roll says he's coming to SmackDown next week. Backstage, Kathy Kelly interviews Cody Rhodes. Then after she leaves, Sami Zayn gets in his face, tells him it's crazy that the match is happening. They argue. Oh my God, it's like they did the exact same thing last week. How many times can I see Sami Zayn yelling at someone backstage? Triple H, creative, copy and paste. Here we go. Motor City Machine Guns wrote next. Then we got the tag team turmoil. Motor City Machine Guns against Fraxium. Unfortunately, we got a commercial break in this match. This was the one I really wanted to see. Unfortunately, I had to sit through other tag matches after this that I didn't want to see, but I missed a lot of it. It was not a... I don't know if it was supposed to be a botch. I think it was intended to be a worked botch in which I think Shelley was supposed to put Saban's foot on the bottom rope, but he was late and he got counted down. 1, 2, 3. Los Garza's next. They take on Fraxium. Garza eliminated them. So the two tag teams I really wanted to watch are out. So maybe Road Dogg wasn't the only problem, huh? Huh, Paul? Anyway. Wyatt 6 were out next. Los Garza against the Wyatt 6. So Tonga Loa interferes, causing the Wyatt 6 to get rolled up and lose. Then the Wyatt 6 brawl with the MFTs. Damian Priest and R-Truth are out next. They beat Los Garza, as you'd expect. I think Priest hit his finisher, the South of Heaven chokeslam, while Truth hit an AA, and they got the win together. We see Drew McIntyre warming up backstage. Then they show us the Vegas Strip after the break to promote WrestleMania 42. They didn't really push tickets, so I'm not sure how well they're doing right now. Backstage, Sami Zayn tells Randy Orton he's happy for him, then questions him. I'm thinking Sami really should have been turning tonight. They did nothing here. I guess it's just going to be the same thing for the next 2 weeks. Sammy's going to be angry. He's going to get into a shouting match with Cody, and he's going to seek someone else's wisdom. I don't know. So Randy tells Sami he believes in him. At this point, there were no signs of Jacob Fatu. Then Aleister Black with Zelina tells Sami it's just the nature of the beast. I hope we don't get that match at WrestleMania. We got a face-to-face with Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. Rhea was out first, then she called out Jade, who comes out next. So Jade says she respects Rhea, cuts her usual promo. Jade says she's that bitch, whatever. Then Rhea says Jade's body is built for show, but her body is built for fighting. Rhea says she's that bitch, so it was okay. I thought Rhea was good at the end, but I'm thinking this sucks because there's no triple threat with Io Sky. I'm not sure Io's going to get a spot on this card, and I'm thinking, you know what? She's put on the best work all year. No one's had better matches in the ring than Io Sky. I think that includes both the women and the men, and it'd suck if she can't get a spot on the card. I wouldn't have mind seeing Rhea, Io, Jade. It would be nowhere near as good as the match with Bianca last year because Jade's nowhere near as good as Bianca, but I still would have liked it. I think it would have been better. I don't think Rhea can get Jade into a good match. I'm not looking forward to this match, but it's a Triple H match. It's two muscular women. It's what he likes. Johnny Gargano was backstage, still planking. Alex Shelley was talking to Candice LeRae. Then Sabin walked in. He was upset at them. He's upset about Sabin talking to Candice after he messed up the match when he didn't remove Chris's foot from the bottom rope. They're teasing tension here. I don't need to see the Motor City Machine Guns split up in the year 2026. They split up in TNA and actually had a good match, remember, on a pay-per-view, but that's years ago now. It's almost 20 years ago, I think. Something close to that. But yeah, I don't need to see them split up in 2026. Then Candice told Johnny to get up. He finally gets up and heads to the ring. After the break, they promote the Hall of Fame. It's on Friday again, and I think it's at the MGM this year, not at the Fontainebleau. That was where they were last year, I believe, but it's in the MGM this year. So we got 3 Hall of Fame inductees. You have Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles, and Demolition, all of whom were told they're going into the Hall of Fame by The Undertaker. So I'll say this right now, though. It's a good class. Stephanie, she definitely deserves it. AJ, of course, all-time great. Demolition should have gotten years ago. They had the lawsuit with WWE. So, yeah, I'll say right now it's a very strong class. I like it better than the class they had last year. We got a Wyatt 6 promo where Bo Dallas tried to be his brother, Bray Wyatt. He even used a run line at the end. I'll say, to be positive here, it is cool that you can almost see a Bray Wyatt promo again, even though he's deceased. He passed away 3 years ago now. And it's still, in a way, it's kind of cool seeing Bo Dallas do it because he looks exactly like his brother when he wants to. So, part of me kind of liked it. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae wrote next. Johnny says he needs to be Johnny Wrestling again. He makes an open challenge. It's answered by Oba Femi. We get Oba Femi against Johnny Gargano in his street clothes. Oba squashed him, as you'd expect. Backstage, Mishin confronts Jade Cargill. B-Fab was with her. The match happens next week. B-Fab should just turn on Mishin and line herself with Jade. I don't know why they didn't do that 2 months ago, or 3 months ago. How long ago they were feuding. Backstage, Danhausen gives a list of demands to Nick Aldis. Then Aldis tries to get Miz to mentor him. Miz insults Danhausen, but then Danhausen says if he doesn't mentor him, he will curse him. And I guess the curse catchphrase is starting to get over now. That's interesting. I mean, no doubt, Danhausen the last 2 shows, on the Raw show and the SmackDown show, it's a massive improvement from the worst debut ever at Elimination Chamber last week. What a disaster that was. I can't think of a worse debut, like a bigger flop than that. So maybe Ascension, I guess them. That's it. That's all who comes to mind. So we got a Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes video package, and this was after they previewed next week's show. Then we see them backstage before the match. They show us some of the sights of Portland after the break before both guys make their entrances. Cody's up first, followed by Drew. And we get our main event, the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. Drew McIntyre defends his championship against Cody Rhodes. This is now less than 2 months since Drew beat Cody for the championship in that 3 stages of Hell match on SmackDown. And 2 months later, Drew's title reign would end to Cody on SmackDown. So it ends on the same show where it began. So Drew left the ring early. Cody chased him. They brawled on the outside. Drew got the heat for a while. Cody made a babyface comeback. The announce desk collapsed underneath them. Then they brought out a wooden table, and Drew powerbombed Cody through it, and there was no disqualification. Look, I understand they were pissed off that the announce table collapsed, but you can't just introduce a wooden table because that's a weapon. The announce booth isn't a weapon because it's part of the set. It's like part of the show. So it's like the steps. Like throwing someone into the steps or slamming someone through the announce table isn't really a disqualification, but a wooden table under the ring is a weapon. And to me, that should have been a DQ. They should just left it right there. And I get they were pissed off. They wanted to make up for it. But still, I thought that was a stupid spot. So Drew hit a crossroads. Cody kicked out. Then Cody hit the Claymore, and Drew kicked out. So they spam each other's finishers. It's what Austin and Rock made famous when they would do it first. And this was common in WrestleMania main events. But they did it here. And it felt like a big match. I'm not going to lie. But we got a ref bump. Cody hit a crossroads. No ref. He calls for another ref. But as soon as he gets in the ring, Cody gets hit with a Claymore. 1, 2. Cody kicks out. Drew then later took out another ref. Hit him with a headbutt. I think a Glasgow kiss. And then Drew goes for the chair. He's going to hit Cody. But then Jacob Fatu appears behind him and takes the chair from him. Cody then hits a Cody cutter, a super Cody cutter from the top onto Drew. Then he hits a crossroads to win the WWE Championship back, his third title reign. I don't agree with this. I think they did Drew dirty here. Cody celebrates as the new champion, and he will face Randy Orton at WrestleMania 42. So we got our two main events now. Cody and Randy probably night one, Roman Punk night two. Yeah, I don't agree with this. I would have kept the belt on Drew. I would have minded a multi-man match. I think it sucks that they took it off him so quickly. I guess we're gonna get Drew and Jacob probably now at WrestleMania. I would assume that's a good mid-card match. It's fine. I'm not against it. It's not like this is the worst WrestleMania card I've ever seen or anything. It's just, I don't know, the creative just feels so underwhelming. But it is what it is. Cody Rhodes, your new undisputed WWE champion, and the road to WrestleMania has certainly been shaken up. No doubt about it. It's like you're on a road, we've taken a detour. That's what it feels like. Anyway, we have Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton at WrestleMania now. It's on. It's official. We'll see what else happens as we continue down the road to WrestleMania.